explaining. So there you can do a whole lot of activities within what you call Google Earth Pro. So just as I told you, the layers, and this is where we call place. With this place, we will be creating some files in the future in order for us to save our study area. Okay, and I want to get rid of this, just as I explained earlier on. The University of Jos main account, I'll just hit on this X and close it. Now I would like to take you to a tour on these tools. When you hit on your tools, you come to options. Now I would like you to take a careful look at the right bottom of your screen. You can see that this is 9 degrees 56 minutes 50 point this north, and this east, and the elevation is 0 meters. Now this setup now is under the north and east. That is what we're talking about. Is under degrees, minutes and seconds. When you come to your tools, under tools, let me repeat it again. You come to your tools, you go to options, you see that this is degree, minutes and seconds. Supposing you are using UTM, Universal Transfer Marketer, you can click on this and hit on apply. You see that it has changed to 32p 488079 this meters is, and that you can also take it to MGRS, that's military grid reference system. You apply. This has been read under military grid reference system. You can take it to decimal degrees as well, but don't disturb yourself about all this setup. Just leave it the way it is. I just brought us out to show that there are a whole lot of settings you can do, and you don't come here to touch anything because you jeopardize the presettings of your Google Earth Pro. I'm just bringing you here to let you know that you can actually change a lot of settings. You can bring your settings to also use, this is in meters / kilometers. You can bring it to feet or miles, or you can do it to default system. Just leave it where it was. So we are talking about degrees, minutes and seconds. So we click on this, we apply. Okay, this is the default. This is what we'll be using. All right, aside from that, I'm going to be introducing us to tools. Now each and every point, you can see as I hover, as this hand hovers around the satellite image, I want it to be discovered, to be observed, and here you see that the numbers are changing. So it means anywhere on the surface of the earth has a coordinate system. It has a latitude and a longitude. Okay, so now we can actually use points to locate places on our Google Earth Pro. Now when we come here, this first place is called a place, add place map. I can decide to click. I click left, click on it. Excuse me. Now a window pops up. Do not touch this window, you just slide it slightly to the left. Now I want you to be observant as I left click and drag this, so the north and east thing is also adjusting. It means that anywhere I keep this place mark is actually on a coordinate system. So what I'll do is that if I don't like this untitled place mark, I can actually highlight it and get rid of it and then save it. Okay, so you can actually have multiple of these point place marks. You can also make some edits to change it. What you do is that when you come here, see it is registered. If I check, it goes. If I uncheck, it goes. If I check, it comes back. So if I right click, I can access its property. I can also access its symbology. I can decide to pick, okay, I would like to pick a boss icon, and I'll apply it. Okay, and okay, it pops out. Okay, I can go back here and also pick another icon. Let's say it's an E3. You can also actually leave that as an E3. You can always go back here, property, and do same. Okay, so we can actually use points on as place marks on Google Earth. When you are done with it, you don't need it, you can come here, right click and delete. Okay, yes, okay, we've deleted. We also have what we call the polygon. This is used to carve out the areas. Like if you want to carve out the fence as the boundary of this institution, I can go around like this, like this, like this, like this. I'm just making it quick. Don't bother yourself about what I'm doing. I just want us to get in tune. So we can actually do some style up and color up. Can color up. Now for the area is white, I can decide to change it to yellow and apply. That is affected. This is now filled and outline. I can decide to make it outline alone. Then for the outline, I can change the color to red if I wish. I can change this. I can also increase the width. I can also make settings on my opacity, okay, or transparency, same as the area. Now you can come to measurement. You can actually check your area. The parameter of this little area I carved is in miles, so I can decide to take it to kilometers, and my areas I can decide to take it to hectares, or decide to take it to kilometer and meter square. It depends on what you are using, so you can do a whole lot of work. Okay, I just uncheck it, that's why it disappeared. Okay, now we also have add part. You can also add a part. This is more of like adding routes. You can, okay, you can right click to delete, right click. So I can decide to say, okay, I want to add a part. I'm adding a part, maybe like a route like this, then decide to change its color to maybe black or gray. Black, apply. You can see, then maybe decide to type the opacity to 5. Now you can do some little work. You can do some little works on actually on your Google Earth Pro, but that's not what I just want to show us what other things you can do. So I'll delete this. Okay, now aside from that, this is add overlay image. We don't have anything to do with this. Record the tour, we don't have anything to do with this. You can actually get time to go through this. You can actually do some measurements in real time. This is show ruler. I can measure the width of this route if I want to. What I will simply do is to zoom in. I'll click on the edge here, okay, left click here, okay, sorry, I think my distance is having some little challenge. Okay, all right, let me select a part and see. Oh, sorry about that, but it actually works. Try it on your own. You click on this, you left click outside. Okay, that's now come up. Left click here. You can actually see that the width of this road is about 29.97 meters. Okay, you can actually that's the part. You can actually check lines, same way you drag and you stop. Okay, you can actually do polygons to check the area of buildings. Suppose we want to know the area of coverage of this building, I'll just click here, click at the edges, click this edge and click this edge. Okay, wow, okay, this thing is malbehaving, this today. Okay, I click, okay, click here, sorry about that. You can just keep on trying on your PC. It should work. I think my internet is interfering with what I'm doing. Okay, let me try again. Polygon, you click the edge here, click this other edge, click this edge, click and click this edge. Okay, it's refusing. All right, it's fine. So you can actually try that to click all the edges. Okay, now what I want to show us next is that since we are familiar, or let me say I'm familiar with the boundaries of my study area. Remember I said that we first of all uncheck all these layers. We don't need any of them. We just need the plain satellite image. Okay, so and I also show us how to, this is where you can actually rotate. Now I want to tell you something, that you actually use your mouse and rotate this image to a 3D scene. Well, if you want to change it up, there's what we call tilt and compass. That is if you want to save the image as as a JPEG. That's an image format. We don't save it when the image is tilted. You have to balance up. So what you do is simply come to your view and come to reset and say tilt and compass. It will take you to the true north. Look at here, this is the true north. Supposing that I forgot, I just hover around and I want to save this image, this exact study area, to be at reference with the correct true north. You know that when we save this here, we'll have issues when we come to our work. So what you do, just come to your view and come to reset and click on tilt and compass. You can also press R on your keyboard as shortcut to bring you back to true north. So do ensure that before you save any satellite image on Google Earth Pro, your reference has to be on your true north. Okay, now after doing that, what we do is that we try to zoom. You can actually zoom in and zoom out. Okay, now what you do is that you can see the extent of this fence. When we are saving this image, is going to be on white for us to zoom it to this extent. You see that the part of the boundary is out of our screen. It is that we try to zoom it to a particular extent that we can actually see our